going on there, fellow YouTubers? This is Chris from the Mars Anomalies channel. Guys, got a cool collaboration today. This Team Mars collaboration. I love doing this stuff. We're going to be doing more of this collaboration with other team members, so stay tuned for that. My guest today is my friend. Go ahead.
Sam from the Mars Unmasked channel, guys. As you can see right there, this is a Team Mars collaboration. We're going to go ahead and give you our best analysis of a spirit soul. And we're going to go ahead and get into this and blow your mind, guys, period.
Yeah, this one's insane. Now, guys, just bear with us a little bit, because for some reason, you got to love technology. We got I don't know if it's an internet thing or something like that, but for some reason on his monitor, somehow he's getting this weird lag pixelation thing. So if we move the picture around a little bit, you'll understand why. It's not a big deal, but we're going to try to keep that in check, so to speak. So we'll try to do our best to just bring this to you guys without being too much interruption there. But anyway, go ahead.
I'm sorry, Chris. If you guys notice a little bit of a lag, you're going to notice me taking the mouse and just correcting my screen, so this way we're good to go and we don't have any interruptions. So if you guys see a little bit of a lag, don't worry. We're going to make the correction and we'll be back in literally seconds. So go ahead, Chris, take it away.
All right, well, this is the one you're going to get. As Santo said, this is Sol 106, and the Spirit Right Pan-Cam Filter 2. Now, the first thing I thought of when I looked at this picture, I don't know what you saw, Santo, but this is what I saw, which is really insane. It looked like a pyramid at first, and I'm going, oh, wow, that is just neat. And that's the first thing that sticks out, because it's dark and it's in the background. I don't know about you guys, but I've been, like, really into these backgrounds, man. I just love this stuff, and I thought this is really unique. I mean, does anything pop out to you, or did you see anything other than...
Chris, you want to know the first thing that I noticed is you can see, like you said, you noticed this pyramid anomaly right here. But the best part about these photos is we really get a chance to see what NASA's covering up. Now, your eyes must be trained. I mean, all of us, Team Mars and everybody that does this, we know right off the bat how to check a photo to notice when there's a cover-up being taken place. The first thing that I noticed is you look at these mountains up here and you notice that there are just too many straight lines. There are just too many, I guess you could say, just anomalies, just being covered up. And like, if you go ahead and take a look over here, you'll notice things that just come around, curve up. You can notice a bunch of straight lines. And just like Chris said, you can see all these pyramid structures, which is really, really cool. And once we get into the enhanced version, you guys are going to have a really hard time deciphering what. You know what I mean? So I don't know what I just said there, but you're not going to have a hard time with anything. But you are going to notice that NASA does, adjust these photos to this way. You look at these photos and you're just going to notice the foreground. You're not going to notice anything that's going on in the background, but that's where we come in, okay? We come in to take away, I guess you would say, the wool from your eyes and let you actually see what's there. So go ahead, Chris. Let's go ahead and get into the adjustments.
Okay, the other thing I noticed too, just real quick before we switch over, is these lines here. You guys just got to train your eyes to like shapes. It could be squares, ovals, but as long as they're like a smooth line, in other words, it doesn't look like a squiggly. I mean, there's something, you could just see something right there, comes down, goes over, comes down, and I'm saying, wait a minute, it's in the middle of this pyramid? That doesn't make sense. But you can see other things in this, like way over here on the side. Something's rounded right there. There's something weird. So, and this looks like the bottom of the Leaning Tower of Pizza, so to speak. The very base of it, it has like 1, 2, 3, 4 little openings and so on and so forth. It has this weird shape and part of the land that it's on. But anyway, there's one thing I just noticed too. I don't know if you've seen this too, but look at this. It looks like this weird turtle shell going on here in the foreground. See that?
Yeah,
it has like a design on one side and a design on the other. That's pretty neat. Let me see if I can jump it just a hair bit. Look at that. Is that insane or what?
Yeah, you can see there's a lot of surface anomalies when it comes down to these spirit and opportunity older souls. You notice that there's not that many of the so-called blind effects. NASA just usually see in a photo like this, your eyes are automatically concentrated on the foreground. But what they don't want you to see is what's hidden in the background, and that's where, like I said before, that's where us, Chris and I, and everybody else that does this, we actually come into play to uncover it for you. So I think it's just totally amazing. And, Chris and I, we went over this photo for a long time, and you wait till you guys see what we pull out of here. It's really going to blow your mind.
Well, yeah, and I'll be honest with you. The last thing I seen in this thing, and here's the thing, I believe this picture is inverted. And the reason, I'm going to show you that right now, because this was just incredible to me. I'm going to try to jump in here. And I want to enhance this picture for you guys. So we're just going to see what happens here. Let's move it over to a little bit this way first. Okay, what I noticed was there's some weird little line coming down, and I'm saying, wait a minute, why would a pyramid do that? So it looked like a giant tent kind of thing. So I said, okay, all right, well, we'll just go with it. So now I'm going to enhance the picture and show you guys what pops up. Okay. Boom. What?
Yeah,
all right.
Wow.
Check this. I mean, check this thing out. Look at this. Are
Chris,
you
let me
kidding
just
me?
enhance. Let me just check myself real quick because now we're having that lag issue thing. Okay, now we are back to 100%. Sorry about that, but go ahead.
Yeah, that's fine because, like I said, he's got to be able to see the screen too,
Yeah, I
guys. And
need
we got
to
to
see
work
the
this
stuff
together.
too.
So he
Right.
seems to be having this. The recording problem isn't going to be on my end because I am actually hosting and recording this. It's just
Right.
the problem is he's seeing this, and obviously he can't point out what he wants to point out if his screen's
so-
messed up. So
Yeah, if you guys notice that, then you're going to notice me just take control of the mouse just to, do this a little bit because there's just a little bit there on the top. But now if you just bring it back, it slowly disintegrates and we can get back to go ahead and talk about it. Go ahead, Chris.
So this is what I noticed right here. I mean, I just said, wow, this just like screams like structure kind of thing. You see something coming here, going down. It looks like it goes straight up and then angles and goes up. And then I looked at this right here. All right, right there. And then this line going across. And there was something, and this looks like almost like an underground now. It doesn't look like a tent per se or some kind of weird, it actually goes under, like it goes into the ground. All right, what else did you find in here?
All right, now, guys, I don't know exactly what Chris just said is this thing in the beginning looked like a pyramid, but like he says, once you flip that adjustment on and you notice this thing actually looks like it's going underground. And if you notice here, you're going to see a lot of the right angles, but what I took notice right away, and I even spoke about this with Chris. Now, this may be a little far-fetched, but I thought, if you take a look over here, you're going to see that you have like a cylindrical piece or something, but this mountain here, if you take a good look, you're going to notice that there's a really dark spot right here. And the edge looks like it's, I wouldn't say concave, but I do believe like it is going over. And this section here, it looks to be like there are other anomalies in there. Now, if you go ahead and analyze these things, you're going to see a lot. You're going to see up here, you're going to see a structure, what seems to be like there's something underneath there. But you can take a look. It's really striking and really amazing that these things are even here. Like you said, I said in all my videos, once you turn on the lights, and that means, the adjustments, you can really get a good look at what's actually here. And it's really, really awesome. So that there is what I noticed as well. And there's so much more in there that we're still going to go ahead and get through. And if you take a look up here, there's a bunch of other things here that are just screaming intelligently made. I mean, these things just cannot be natural. So I'm going to go ahead and give it back to Chris, and we're going to go ahead and pull out some more for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. I mean, this looks like, and again, looks like one of the videos I did. It looks like parts of the land has slipped. Like there's a major earthquake and this thing had slipped down. Right. And I don't know if you guys noticed this, but check this out. There's another one right here. It has this rectangular opening. And it looks like this area goes under this. See this circular piece up here at the top? Comes down. This right here goes up and over. Has this 1, 2, 3 line. Some kind of little weird circle there. And this right here. And this is what's insane, guys. There's like little square rectangular things sitting right here. With a little black area, and there's just so much here to see, guys. I mean, my God. I'm going to move this over to the center here, unless you got some more to add on this particular area.
Yes. Actually, before you go, I want to, but check this out. This is what looks to be on the surface here. Now, this is the enhanced version, and Chris, is this the inverted?
No, this is just a regular
This
enhanced.
is just the enhanced version. Now look, check this out. Without you even inverting it, look at this thing. It's just, the topic of conversation is the background today, but I just thought this was really, really weird. Check this thing out.
Yeah.
This thing looks to be sitting up on something, and it's got, now I could be wrong about this. This thing could be like a shell or something that it's sitting in, but guys, check that out. Does that look like a natural formation to you? I really don't think so. But that was one anomaly that I just thought really shouldn't be there. So like we said, we're focusing on the background, but this one just stood out to me and just said it's either biological or structurally made or something along those lines. Those things just do not look like it's part of the rock formation. So I just needed to add to that, Chris. So go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, I totally agree because it actually looks like it goes over to here and connects to this longer piece here.
Yeah.
But now we're going to try to slip over to here in the middle here, if we can. Now check this out. I'm going to try to move it slowly here. Check this thing out right here. It's got this weird, like, arch type thing. And he was right. Santo, you were right about this, because look at this right here. It has this weird arch going across. So you see that? Mm-hmm. And it frames, goes like this, goes up and over this stuff here. Now, this is what's insane, guys, because when I invert this stuff is going to change. Mm-hmm. But so it makes you wonder, like I said, are they overlaying an inverted picture over the original picture, throwing these things off? This is the reason why I like to show you guys both aspects. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
This was actually pretty neat, because there's some kind of weird round, half-round thing here with that darker area right there in the middle, and then it has this gray area and has this slot kind of thing, like a... But I don't know what these things are, but they're clearly in the picture. It was funny because Santo and we just noticed this right here, and it looked like, he said it looks like one of those wishing well kind of things. Look at the top of this.
Yeah, if you take a good look.
And comes down, like you can see the wall of it here, goes around. But you know what's funny? It almost looks like it's like it belongs in the middle of a city or something like that. It looks like it has a tree or something coming out of it.
Yeah, I would say it looked like one of those fountains you see in those ancient Rome,
right.
those ancient cities. So that, I mean, just struck us. Even Chris noticed it. That right here is, you can actually, if you take a good look, you're going to see the faint outline. If you get this photo and you're going to take a look at this, you're going to notice that it does look like a well. Yeah. So what would a well be doing on Mars? We don't know. We don't even know if that is it. But that is one of the things that struck us as anomalous, because it doesn't look like it's supposed to be there, guys. This is Mars. Yeah. And I'll keep saying that. So go ahead, Chris.
All right. Now we're going to make it. This is guys, this is where it gets crazy, because you guys are going to notice this thing, and I want to show it to you. It's going to really blow your minds.
Yes.
We were looking at this mountain here, okay, going all the way down, but what's in it is amazing. It's just simply amazing. Look at this right here. It looks like something's right here, and it has these parts to it right there. Kind of goes like this here. And whatever this is, you can see it actually looks like some kind of weird craft. Or is it some kind of other funky vehicle? Is it something? I don't know. The only thing I can think of is, and this is what I wanted to tell you guys, is because the reason why I believe this is inverted is simply this. Check this thing out here. Now, you can see that it's whited, and it has white underneath it. Wait a minute. If the sun's shining, wouldn't it be shadow under it? So, okay. Go ahead and show them what else we found in here.
Now, if you guys check, Chris is absolutely right on this. Number one, NASA loves to work in layers. And for you to decipher, I guess you would want to say NASA's cold. You need to pull those layers up and pull those layers up. And like Chris just said, we believe that the majority of photos that NASA releases, especially in the old Spirit and Opportunities, they're 90% of the time they're going to be inverted. And when you look at something that's not inverted, you would see blackish areas. But when the first thing you know off the bat that just gives you a hint that this photo may be inverted is the white. Now, when you go ahead and invert it, it's going to totally change. And you know what? We analyzed this photo so much, and then when we actually inverted it, wait till you guys see what is here. It's really striking. And I also noticed this here. If you take a look, you got like a perfect cylindrical anomaly here, but it looks like it's got something coming off. But get this, guys. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you got 1, 2 on the bottom. What these things are, we'll never be able to tell you, but this looks to be part of something. I would dare say it's part of this craft, even if that is what it is. But if you take a good look at these photos, you are going to notice that there are things all over this mountain. And once we go ahead and get further into the adjustments, it's really going to mess with you, I would say. So go ahead, Chris, take it away, brother.
Yeah, this is another thing that just absolutely blew my mind, because check this thing out laying right here. Okay? It's long, it goes right about to here, goes all the way back up. Now, you can see what looks like parts in this. Look at this. 90-degree elbow, like giant pipes and stuff like that. You've got symmetry here, because it starts here, and it looks like it actually keeps going, but it's the way it's colored. But see the way this looks like? It goes like this all the way down. And, I'm going to show you that in a little bit, because it has symmetrics to it. Look at it. It's symmetrical. There's one here, one here. Look at this round piece. Something coming off of it. Something going into it. Coming out of it. But, again, white, 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 white. All these little spots. I'm going to show you that in a minute. This is insane, because when I seen this, I went, whoa, this whole area will blow your socks off. Exactly. Now, I mean, I know you'll agree with that.
Oh, my God. You don't even have to tell me anything for you to understand my feelings on this photo.
All right. So check this out, guys. This is the, I'm going to just back out just a hair bit. I'm going to try to go slow with it because I know sometimes it'll block it up on his end.
Yeah, no,
which
we're
is
good
which is
right
fine.
now. We're good.
But check this thing out, and I'm going to go do this one right here, this layer. See, it seems to pop stuff out a little bit better. See all of these mechanics now and all of these pipes and whatever else this is, but check that out because it has this or smaller rounded piece and it has something coming out of it. Well, this one does the same, and it has another smaller piece right here, like there's a dual whatever this thing is sticking out. It's going to change though, and you guys are going to just go, what the hell is that? Okay, so now we're going to jump into the more. Now we're going to flip this. Yeah, unless you want to show something else.
No, you're good right now. I was just going to add that when you add the color to these photos, for some reason, it pops the anomalies out much more. And that blue color and the red color, they actually have a better effect because when you're looking at the photo, you don't really notice it. But when you add just a little bit of color, and it depends on the color that you use, and Chris will vouch for that, some colors won't work, but that red and that blue will pop out the anomalies. It will draw your eyes to the anomalies even faster.
It just makes them stand out better as far as I'm concerned. But
Absolutely.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this, guys, because this is great. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to go into. I'm going to start off with the right side because this has got equally amount of good stuff. Because I want to point out that you'll see why. Also, I mean that it has been inverted. So let's do this. Let's jump out of this here, get off the color, and we're going to jump into this. Now we're inverted. This thing was just insane. I don't even know how to. Oh my god. Let me just see if I can go to this one here. This one's a little bit lighter. Okay. And, okay. Guys, I mean, just take a look around this mountainside. This thing is insane. Now, watch this for a second. I'm going to go back to this one. Okay. If you notice, there's some weird lines right here. This is what I mean by keep an eye on shapes and stuff protruding out. And it may not look like much of anything now, but when you do this and jump to this version, suddenly... Well, let's do the light.
I get such a rush when I see these things. It's really amazing to me.
Let me see if I can,
do
this one here instead. Okay, check this out. Suddenly now it looks like a frame of something. And you can see it come out and down. It goes all the way down to here, all the way to here. Now, see this white cylindrical thing sitting right here.
It's right in your face.
It has boom, boom, and there's something right here. See that right there? But check this out. Look at the shadow on the ground. It matches this actual cylindrical thing. Also, right here with this frame, it goes down, goes like this, comes up, goes around. If you look carefully, there's some kind of weird gray thing. I'm going to call it like a square tongue hanging off the side of this thing. And guess what? Look at the shadow, and there's the shadow underneath it. There's here, shadow under it. Now, I mean, oh my God, just what else we got here?
Oh, man. I'm sorry about the mouse cursor thing, Chris, but I didn't even realize my hand was on it. But check, guys, I'm sorry.
I've done that before, trust me.
But I was trying not to move the mouse and mess Chris up. But, guys, this is the inverted version now. Now I want you guys to focus your eyes on this. What in God's name is this thing? Now, Chris, go ahead and flip me back to the inverted version, and I want to show you guys how these things pop out. Now, that's what we talk about. Now, you could see the black. You could see the black and the white. That's what gives it away. When NASA doesn't want you to see something, they're going to work on multiple planes, okay? Now, if you could see it, this thing does have a distinctive shape, but you notice that there are a bunch of... Now, the white means it's either the outer or the inner, so that's why they invert it. When they invert the photos, they are totally distracting your eyes from checking out what's actually here. Now, go ahead, Chris, and give me the inverted version back, please. Okay. Now look at this thing now. All right, guys, what in God's name is this? This thing, if you look down here, this thing looks like it's casting a shadow. Now, is it suspended in the air? We don't know. Does it have features on it that make it anomalous? Absolutely. Look at this. You have a perfect triangle, right? Then on the top here, you have something that looks like piping coming over, and you have a nice cylindrical object here, and it actually looks like there's pipes coming off this thing. What is this thing? Like I said, and Chris has said plenty of times over, we will never find out. But what we're going to bring you is just the facts. This thing looks like it's part of this big mountain here, but it looks like, for some reason, like Chris had said, like it is slid over. You know what I mean? Like something pushed this thing off. Maybe it was natural occurrence, but whatever it is. But look at this. You could notice on the top here that you have all these shapes. You have all these patterns. You have, you know, we see a lot on Mars. We see a lot of the circles. You see a lot of the 3 patterns. You see a lot of the things on Mars. Now, when we inverted this, this is just the tip of the iceberg, guys. We can go on this photo for hours, okay? This is just the right side. Once we get back in and Chris shows you the rest of the stuff that we uncovered, I mean, you just can't believe that these things are actually here. So go ahead, Chris. I'm going to let you take it away. I just wanted to add that because I thought that was just absolutely mind-boggling.
Well, absolutely. So. And this is, I have people have said that. They actually said, well, because I seen like they have like a Mars land right here on Earth, and so I believe the whole thing is a fake. No, because our astronauts also were on their own little moon set, so to speak, to practice. They were on like cables and stuff like that, so when they bounced, they knew if they can actually walk and everything else, and got acclimated to using tools in their suits, using just how it would feel to be lightweight while you're trying to walk and everything. So just because they have a Mars land and they have it simulated doesn't mean that it's a fake. And I want to show you that right now, because what I'm going to show you in this picture, there's no way in hell that this is possibly on Earth. But check this out, guys. Look at this thing hiding in the ground. It goes across, comes over, up, over, and then back down, and like this looks like there's like balls or like pearls, like a pearl necklace underneath this thing. Look at this, in the opening of this. And if you guys notice, it looks like an eyeball. It's got this dot, this round piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coming off of it. Santo and I have seen this part too. This was incredible.
Unbelievable.
This right here, 1, 2, 3, 4 coming off of this. Oh my God, it's just insane.
Yeah, it is really amazing when you invert these photos, what you come up with. And you know what? Like I've said it in my videos, and Chris has also said it in his videos, you don't know the scale of these things because NASA is not giving you scale. It's not giving you range. Even with Curiosity rover, they're not giving you... See, you could look at these things and you could say definitely they're anomalous, but you don't know how big they are. This thing could be the size of a football field. We don't know. Could be the size of a soda can.
You might have hit it right on the head, because after we show them these other two things, you can't help but to go, holy shit. I mean, and that's being quite frank.
Yeah,
all right, let's
French,
bounce a little bit here.
There's other words we could use that would describe this photo that we would probably not make it on YouTube with.
Yeah, exactly, because this was just mind-blowing. But check this thing out right here. Look at this. Like, it comes over to here, has this weird shape coming in, has these features on it. Look at this. Whatever this is has an opening to it, almost like a helicopter. If you were to put a rotor right here, it almost looks like the front of a helicopter or some kind of weird machine.
Yep.
Now, we noticed in that. We were like, whoa. Yeah, this was just great. Now, before I go back to this, let me see something here. I want to show you guys this here, because I want to enhance this and let you guys see this area enhanced, because this is just crazy. Let me do this one and jump off that one. Check this out, guys. What is this stuff?
Jesus Christ, is what I could say.
I mean, look at this stuff just all over this, and this looks like some kind of weird machine.
It does.
Oh my God, this gets better. Let's do this here. And I'm going to jump into this here. We're going to dock in it. Well, let's go with the lighter one here. I think we can do that instead, right? Okay. Now I'm going to jump back to this side. This is where it gets awesome. Yeah, go ahead and start it off.
All right, here we go. Now, check this, guys. You remember what Chris was talking about in the beginning of the video. This is the reason why we think these things are inverted, because look at this thing now. And you know what really is really amazing? You can actually see, this is what doesn't make sense, though. This is the inverted version. Right? But you can see, like I said, it doesn't make sense because you can see light hitting this thing. Now, this is supposed to be inverted. Now, if you check this thing out, look at this. It's got one circle here. It's got one circle here. And it looks to have a big opening in the front of this thing. Now, check it out. It may... Like everything we talk about, guys, you know it's speculation. We are not scientists. We are not guaranteeing you this is what it is. But you cannot deny that this thing is sitting on top of this mountain. What is it? Could be a hut. Could be an aircraft. It could be a spaceship. We don't know. But look at the simple changes that we made in this photo and a simple inversion that shows you all the features of whatever this thing is. I mean, it is just and like I said before, you can see light hitting this. And that's what doesn't make sense. This is inverted. So what NASA is doing, like we said before, they're working on multiple planes. So they're out to go ahead and trick your eye to not see these things. But look at this thing. What is this? Now, my friend Chris noticed many other things. This is the sweet spot of this photo. this whole left side of the mountain. And he actually pointed this out first, but I know, we work together on this thing and we pull out the anomalies in a similar way. So we really needed to bring this one to you. And I know, Chris, I know the area he's going to go to right now. So he's probably going to go ahead and kick it off to show you the rest of the anomalies that we found in this photo.
Yeah, I mean, you hit it right on the head here as far as this thing here. I believe this thing is pretty large.
Yeah.
And it looks like, again, the land has slipped.
Yep.
And here's the crazy part. If you look underneath here, see this right here? There's multiple of these. I wonder if this thing was actually straight up and this thing was supports to hold it up. It might have been like this, and it might have been flat, and all of these look like they caved in on top of. Look at this round thing right here, with something dark in the middle, and then it has 1, 2, and it has another little dot and another little dot. This thing is like insane. But guys, check this out. I call this like the Martian cruise liner. Check the size of this thing out. Are you kidding me? Look at the size of this thing. It's literally crashed into the ground.
Yep.
Now, the reason why I say like a cruise liner, check this out, guys. I showed you this before. It comes over to here. It looks like it starts here, but I can't be sure. But look at this. Right here. Comes over. Look at it. Picture you're looking at like the top of it on the left side, or the right side, rather. This would be the front. This would be the rear. So you get the bow and, the stern and everything else. But check this out. Top, side of it. Check this out. Boom. Symmetrical. Here. Here. Look at the parts coming off of this and pipes going into it. Now, watch where the cursor goes, because over here, corner, over, comes back around like this. It's all smashed into the ground. Check this out. But now, here's the crazier part. It's got another upper level. Check the level out. Right here, comes over, goes over, and it goes along, and it looks like it has little openings all along this top and bottom. It gets better. Look at this thing sticking out. Here, here. Look at this. It looks like a giant antenna or something like that sticking out of the top. It's got a ball, and it goes right into the roof of this thing, and there's something else sticking out. See that?
Amazing.
And there's a weird pipe or something coming out of the front of this. But this thing looks like it literally came off this land. I mean, people have speculated. Maybe because they had a planet that came by and just ripped the atmosphere out. Think about it. If it was...
More than likely.
If there was oceans everywhere, super tidal waves. Is it possible... Whatever this is, maybe it is their version of like an ocean liner or something like that, or a cruise ship. I don't know. Maybe it's an actual spaceship. I don't know. But the thing is, it looks like it come off this land or this hill and just crashed into the ground. Now, check this out. I'm going to actually enhance this a little bit better. Well, I think I did it this way. Let me do it this way. Okay. This is just neat.
I seen it right before you said anything, Chris. Go ahead.
I mean, this is just insane to me. Look at the way this thing, the features in this. I mean, just all that, and it looks like it's kind of like everything's kind of smashed in and just laying on top of it. But let me just do I'm going to do the shopping version here. See that? Now, just to try to, sometimes it gets a little too choppy, but I just wanted to show you like some of get a little bit more crisper. But whatever this is, it literally looks like it crashed into the ground here.
It's really amazing what you can do. And I was going to interject here, but I didn't want to interrupt.
No,
Chris.
go ahead, go.
But it's really, really exciting to know that, when we get together on these photos, how before one of us hits the anomaly, you could just know right away where that other person's going. And it's amazing how both of our minds actually are drawn to the same type of anomalies. And this is just simply inverting it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, where does NASA come up with all these techniques? We'll never know, but it is amazing that we are on the same level and we can pull these details out, because what is this stuff, guys?
Look at this.
What is
nothing there to see. Check it out.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Now do this. Jump to this. Boom. What are you guys kidding me?
Are you kidding? Yes, exactly. Are you kidding me? Like, what do you think NASA's trying to do here? This is Sol, what is it, Chris? 106?
Yeah.
If you could, look at the size of this cover up, and this was early in the mission on Spirit Rover.
Right,
Spirit,
and yeah, exactly. And
like
you know what?
The levels. Go ahead.
And that's what and you made a good point, because this is the reason why I've been bouncing back to the Spirit and the Opportunity, because it's long before Curiosity, guys. Yep. Curiosity's finding some amazing stuff. I found a lot of amazing stuff, but you got to go back before, because we're going back to January 2004. Right. Excuse me. And so you've got, the opportunity is still going strong, and the wheels are falling off the Curiosity. That makes a lot of sense.
If you take a go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, go ahead.
If you take a look at Opportunity and Spirit's wheels, why didn't NASA design Curiosity's wheels the same way? Why is a more expensive machine being built with lesser quality? Now you have to ask yourself that question. The reason why Curiosity went to Mount Sharp was for what? To go walk around? Really? They know what's on Mount Sharp, and everybody else knows what on Mount Sharp is. You know what I'm saying? So they built this machine with aluminum wheels. And if you take a look at the front and the back of Spirit, the wheels are so much more. You don't see any holes in them. You don't see not one hole in these Rover's wheels. But yet Curiosity's wheels are ripped to shreds. Come on, something doesn't make sense there.
Well, exactly. And, I'm not going to try to make this thing too long because I want to close this out. But, I mean, this thing is just, to me, you just look at the background now. Oh, my God. You can clearly see what looks like large craft or something, or I don't know what this would be. But it literally looked like it come down the mountain and just slammed into the ground. This ground has slipped. And it looks like whatever was holding this thing up is actually caved in. And you can see that by these looks like these supports that are just bent to hell. See it? There's like multiple things. It looks like this might have been flat and been way up here somewhere, and it just collapsed.
There is just nuts. What is that, Chris? That's just crazy.
And it look at this. It looks like some other weird craft or something kind of building. It has an opening. There's something in that. This right here. I don't know if you guys can even see this. Let me do this. Get rid of that. Jump into this. Look at this right here. Has this. We can just see like half over the very end of this cylindrical piece goes back. Look at this. It goes smoothly up and into the back of behind whatever this is. Look at this weird kind of, I don't even know what this is. I couldn't even tell you, but this stuff is clearly not rocks, guys. It really isn't.
Clearly not.
And, oh my God, I just love this thing. I mean, I love digging this stuff out for you guys. This is just amazing to me. But I don't know. You got anything else to add? I mean,
yes, I do. And listen, guys, you know the way we work. You know the way we roll. You know we are not BSing you. Take these photos, and I've said it in many of my videos. Our work that we do is you can reproduce it. So take these photos and go play with them yourselves, and I guarantee you're going to achieve the same results. We are not putting any special effects in these photos. We are not doing anything extra to these photos to manipulate them. The only thing we're doing is bringing out the anomalies. Now, guys, these things are clearly here, and like I said, and Chris as well, you can reproduce our work. So take this photo, go ahead and download it. Play with it yourself if you have an editing, software program on your computer, and I guarantee you will see the same results. And when you see it for your own eyes on your own computer, it's just going to make that much more sense. And that's just
and I agree. I mean, you just can't. I mean, look at this thing still in the background. I mean, like that giant eyeball kind of thing. You're not going to see this stuff. And come on, this stuff laying on the ground, this is not Earth. And if they're drawing this stuff in and putting it in, what would be the purpose? To try to go out and make something really extravagant, hide it in the picture just to hide it.
Why would they go through all that trouble?
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. So this tells me, it screams that they're just hiding this stuff, and you can just see ruins everywhere. This is another perfect example.
Perfect.
So
there you go.
Anyway, guys, thanks for watching it. It's always appreciated because, guys, you know what? Look at this. I mean, nothing to see here. Just move along. So, I mean, I'm going to just jump out. And like I said, guys, we wanted to bring this to you, and I got another collaboration coming up there with another team member. Hopefully this goes good today. If not, then we'll do it another time. But we wanted to do this. Basically what we do is I'll look at a picture, he'll look at a picture and say, hey, what do you think of this? I'll just give it to him, he can give me his, and we just look it over, and then we go, what did you find? And then we'll get on Skype.
Effort.
Yeah.
It's a team effort.
We'll get on Skype and go, oh my God, I can't believe how much stuff we found that's very much the same thing. And of course it'll differ a little bit because our eyes are a little bit different. But it gives you a different perspective about what we find, two sets of eyeballs looking at this picture. So, but anyway, guys, it's been fun. I always love doing these things. Plus, I like to do the solo. It doesn't matter to me. But I like doing the team member ones because it's just, like I said, it gives you a different aspect and a different set of eyes on it. So, with that, I'm going to let him close it out. And, like I said, guys, thanks for watching. Always appreciate it. And last words.
That's it. And pretty much like Chris said, it's a team effort. And like I said, it's a team effort. And we work together. We're not doing it for us. I mean, of course we are doing it for us, but we're doing it for you. You know what I mean? To
Yeah.
bring you guys the truth. And that's just as simple as that. So guys, if you like this video and you want to see more, obviously you want to go ahead and comment and let us know, you know, because we love making these videos. If you like the video, go ahead and smash that like button, and look forward to both of our channels for more awesome anomaly videos, and we will see you guys in the next video. Later, guys.
See ya.